Is this a written and directed by Joss?
It is.
If I hear one more person on YouTube call him Josh, I'm going to lose my damn mind.
It's right there, guys. It's 2 S's.
It's, yeah.
Where do you see the H for the sh? Yay! It's the 100th episode of Revisiting Sunnydale.
Woo!
I'm so happy. Yay, we did it.
We did it.
Absolutely made 100 episodes of this show successfully. You guys were there. You've been there with us, for us, and we totally appreciate you. Oh, and if I forgot to mention, I'm Camila.
I'm Marcella.
Thank you all for hanging in there with us. We've had a lot of long breaks, unexpected, unplanned.
Life happens.
Yep. We are adults.
Mm-hmm.
We're grown, and this is not our full-time job. So...
God, wouldn't we love it?
I know it. I wish I were getting paid for this, because that would be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But alas, we are not. And so this is all a labor of love for you, for the show, for ourselves. We just enjoy getting together and talking about Buffy, which we were doing anyway all the time. So we decided to record it and give it to folks. Have a purpose behind it.
And
So,
now we're at the last episode of season 5, which means we only have 2 more seasons to talk about.
exactly.
Only 2 more, guys. But don't worry, don't fret, because we're going to get into Angel.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited about that. That'll be interesting.
Yeah. And just because it's called Revisiting Sunnydale doesn't mean we're not going to tiptoe through, tiptoe through all of Whedon work.
Exactly.
You know, we got content.
We got a lot that we could get through. So we should be good.
And if you have ideas for special episodes that you want us to do, like if you want us to talk about our top 10 episodes across the series,
Right.
we could totally do that. We just need you guys to tell us what you want to hear.
Exactly. And how can you do that? Well, you can send us an email at revisitingsunnydale@gmail.com, or you can talk to us on Facebook. Revisiting Sunnydale is the page, or on Twitter at Back to Sunnydale. So there are ways you can get at us and let us know what you want us to talk about.
You know one way you're not going to get us, though?
How's that?
This TikTok shit. I've aged out.
I don't.
Not doing it.
I don't have the bandwidth to try to think about what that means.
Right,
I don't
not doing it. You had me with Vine, and I tried to Vine for a minute, and then Vine got bought and went away. I'm not...
Yeah.
TikTok won't be around long enough for me to even care.
No, and I forget, what's the one that you can, like, mimic, you can pantomime, or you can, like, basically, like, karaoke movie quotes and stuff.
Oh, the dub smash.
Yes, dub smash.
Yeah.
I was doing that for a minute. I kind of lost interest in it, but I kind of hate to. I don't know. I don't even know. Is anybody else doing that? No, I think I only knew about it because Tom Hardy was doing it, and that's a rabbit hole that you can get down.
Yeah.
Because
So that is not a place that you'll find Revisiting Sunnydale, but go to all the other places you will, and
like Facebook, Twitter, iTunes, Libsyn, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, and Player FM.
and enable us on Alexa. Enable some podcasts on your Alexa devices and just say, Alexa, play the latest episode of Revisiting Sunnydale, and she will do it.
Because she's your bitch. The Gift, Season 5, Episode 22. Original air date, May 22nd, 2001, and this episode was obviously written and directed by Joss Whedon. Buffy and the others face down death in an apocalyptic battle against Glory, who is on the verge of using Dawn to unleash hell on Earth.
Dun, dun, dun. So it being the 100th episode, there was a lot of talk at the time about whether this was going to be the end of Buffy as, forever and ever, or if it was going to come back on a different network. At the time, I don't think we knew what was going to happen. Its current home was the WB, and after this season, it was sold and bought by what was UPN, which is no longer around, which... At the time, I don't know if you thought this, but I was like, it's going to the Black Network? Why is Buffy going to the... Because at the time, UPN played shows like Girlfriends and
Malcolm and Eddie.
And the one about the, divorced super, athletes that made a home with the Sweet Valley High twin. What was that?
Oh, yeah.
Remember that show?
The Game?
Yes, The Game. So that's what UPN was famous for, was for, half-hour black sitcoms. And I was like, wait, Buffy's going to UPN.
Are we going to get some more black characters?
Nope. We're not going to do it. But this episode, being the 100th episode...
This is gentrification on the network.
Yes, it was. And it being such a mile marker, 100th episode for this show, they did something, we normally have previously on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but this time we went back.
All the ways.
And we get a clip or a shot from like major milestone moments across the show. And it starts off very slow with, "Hi, I'm Buffy." And, Giles in the library telling her, like, in one every generation, blah, 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 blah. And then, "Hi, I'm Cordelia," and "Hi, I'm Willow," "Hi, I'm Xander." And then it quickly starts to go even faster through some of her history.
Yeah.
One of those things, it's just, this is why I love this show so much. Yeah. I love it. And it's cut together amazingly. And if you were a fan of the show, you were like, yes, it goes through all of season 1. Then it goes through season 2, and it goes through season 3. And it's just everything leading up to everything that's put into Buffy. We get all the best moments. Angel, Spike. I love that they throw in the Spike behind Joyce. Because, we all love that is top 5 Spike moments.
Yes, absolutely.
So we go to a faceless, nameless teenager running down an alleyway, and he's scared. Something the big bad is coming after him.
Help me.
It's this, like, low-rent vampire that's like, you gave me a good chase, that good run there. I like to work up an appetite before I eat my victim.
I feel like he's like super low level, and also, like, I would think all of the demons and vampires in town would be kind of hip to what's getting ready to happen.
Right. You might not want to cause any shit today.
Right. He seems, like, really just, like, nonchalant about everything. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about the big things that are happening.
Right.
He doesn't deal with politics.
I go to eat. So then Buffy sticks her head out of the magic box back door, and she's like, "What you doing?" And the guy's like, "Help me, call the police." And she was like, "You guys gonna fight?"
Like, fighting is wrong.
And the guy's just like, "Oh, for fuck's sake, get out of here. Just leave. Do you not see what's going on?" And she decides to, like, you've got shit going on. I don't know why she's doing this, but it is a moment of, like, levity and comedy that... Yeah. Like, you were just told that your sister has to die, but you're going to come out here and be like...
I mean, I guess she has to work off something.
I guess.
But it wasn't even really that big of a deal. Like, it was like a couple minutes out of her life.
So she's taunting this vampire, and she's, have you heard of Vampire Slayer? What? How about, oh God, my leg, my leg? And he's just like, what are you talking about?
What's this broad going on about?
And so she gets in a fight. And she's kicking his ass. And then actually for a minute, which happens to Buffy quite a bit, she kind of slips for a moment and gets her ass kicked for a minute.
Right.
But of course, she's going to come down on top. And she stakes him. And the stupid kid is just like, but you're just a girl.
That's what I keep telling everyone.
I would have been like, get the hell out of here. I just saved your life.
How about thank you?
Wait, right. How about thank you? But no, he's just like, oh, you're a girl. Yeah. She should have staked him too. Faith would have.
Totally wasn't worth it. I didn't need to save your life. So she goes back into the magic box, and no big. It's just something I needed to do. Whatever. So we're back to talking about just for everybody in the cheap seats, for folks who don't remember last episode, Dawn's blood opens the gates, the dimensions will bleed together, and it won't close until Dawn is dead, because once the blood has stopped running or flowing, then it'll close.
And there's an interesting moment where Xander's like, oh, why does it have to be blood? And Spike is like,
chimes in,
it's always about blood. And he says something a little weird. Which I think everyone in the room was like, not the time, Spike.
What is it? I don't remember exactly.
He's like, it's what makes you hard.
Ah, yes. Sir?
We weren't talking about that.
No. Yes, but Spike, read the room.
Right. Not the time. Not the time. Not the time. And so there's this moment between Buffy and Giles where, tensions are, it's getting a little heated.
Giles comes out the side of his mouth on it.
He sure does.
She's like, I don't want to hear it. She's like, oh, fuck.
We're bloody well talking about this. And he like slams it. He's mad.
Oh, and he yells, I don't like the way you're speaking to me.
And he does, he's like, sorry, son. She was like, no. We're bloody well talking about this. Let's talk about it.
She's like, tell me. I want you to tell me to kill my sister.
She ain't real. She ain't your sister.
And Giles is like, she's not your sister.
I think everybody else around the table just like went, and push their chair back a little like, did you hear the phone ring in the other room? I think I have to go. I gotta, hi.
Mom? Is my mom calling me?
Giles is having none of it.
He's over it.
None of it.
It's like, I got impaled for this broad.
And he's still like,
My stitches are still... It still hasn't healed properly. So, yeah. So they're going... they go back and forth, but still nobody is really coming up with any real solutions.
except for
Anya.
Who, I love her in this episode.
Yeah, she's very useful.
Very helpful. Very helpful.
And they're all like, well, what are you going to do, Anya? But she's like, hey, the Dagonsphere. Remember that thing?
Remember that thing?
That was, which, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Why are we just now talking about it?
And Olaf's hammer.
Oh, again.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody's been thinking outside of the box.
Nope. She's like, you want to kill a god, use the weapon of a god. Wait, why are you calling a troll a god? He's just a troll.
He's a troll. He's not a... But okay,
okay,
fine.
whatever.
It works.
It's fine. It's not like you said it was Thor's hammer. Like,
Right.
that I get.
Right. And Buffy says something about, like how the monks made Dawn out of her.
Yes.
So
that's her comeback to Giles.
Yeah. And it's a little foreshadowing, and she's like, she's blah, blah, blah.
She's me.
I'd like to... So, again, did the monks have some of Buffy's blood?
And, like, I just imagine... Like, did they sneak in her room and, like, take her blood? Like, how'd you get my blood?
I guess.
Whatever.
It's science, magic, sure, it's all the same.
And I swear I can feel... She's having this very empowered, impassioned speech about... She made her out of me. She's part of me. And Willow's like, nobody's going to kill Dawn. It's okay, Buffy. And I feel like I can hear Giles's eyes roll. He don't care.
It's like, I will if I have to.
Which we find out.
Right, Giles will kill somebody.
Giles going to get shit done.
Right, he's like, I'm going to murder a motherfucker
right?
to stay on this earth.
We now know Giles's answer to the baby Hitler question.
Yes. But I haven't finished asking. Yes.
Right.
Would you kill? Yes.
Yes. I would. And he's willing to kill Dawn. He's like, hey.
She's not your sister. She ain't real.
She ain't real.
Now, I know that Tara isn't in her right mind and everything right now, but does she have to be wearing her pajamas?
She looks comfy as fuck. She's like snuggled up in that chair. She's laughing at inappropriate things.
They kill mice.
Talking about hoppy toads. Shut up about the hops. Shut up. Like, why is she there? Why is she... Put her in a hospital. And that's when the baby Hitler question comes up. And Xander is like, well, wait a minute. We can kill Ben, right? Like, if we just kill Ben, then glory's not a thing, right? And everybody, like, looks at him like, sir,
I mean,
we don't kill humans.
But it's Ben. I mean, does he really count?
And somewhere Giles is just like, I got this.
Right. He's like, the fuck we don't.
Right? And they're saying that, she can only do that at this one certain time in this one certain place. If we just get her on the ropes and we keep her distracted, then, it'll be fine.
Right.
Time will pass and it'll be fine. And Giles is real salty with everybody. He starts talking shit on Anya about her non-infectious can-do attitude.
Right.
And that's when she comes up with the Dagonsphere and the hammer. And it's like, see? You bitches sleeping on Anya. Right. And she's the one that's going to get shit done. And there's a moment where Xander's like, smart chicks are so hot. And Willow's like, excuse me.
Which, okay, she's like, you couldn't figure that out in 10th grade, but he did. And you guys had an illicit affair.
Right.
And there was a whole thing.
There was a whole thing where he did, yeah. Remember that? Cordelia almost died.
And Oz got really pissed. You guys broke out. I mean, that was there. It happened.
He figured it out and it went poorly. So we're back to captured Dawn.
Right.
Who's just real upset. Like, she don't even care anymore. She's just like, leave me alone.
Look, let's just get this thing over with. Let's just do this thing and just stop talking.
And Ben's just like, but you have to put this thing on. She's like, yeah, you know what I want? I want for you to fall down and hit your head and die in your own barf. That's what I want. What if I don't want to put your stupid robe on? Is that going to mess everything up?
Which it still doesn't make sense to why she has to put on this special robe.
I don't get it.
Just, whatever.
I don't get it. And she's like, no, I'm done with you. Change.
Right.
Be Glory. Mm-hmm. And she gets all Dawn about, be Glory, be Glory, be Glory.
And screams where that teenage pitch where you can only dogs can hear.
And Glory's like, will you just stop shouting already? And I love that she's like, so what's the hubbub, bub? That's why I love Glory. She's so adorable. And Dawn's very simple answer is, Ben's a monster.
Yep.
You know, you are too, but at least you're upfront about it.
Right. At least I know what I'm dealing with here.
She's like, oh, give the boy some. He doesn't want to die. He's just looking out for number one. You do the same in his position. Give him a break. And, you know, Dawn, you got to give her credit. She's just like, hey, my sister's going to kill you. And Glory's like, huh.
You've been here for a few hours.
Right.
And
maybe even a day. I don't see her charging in here to rescue you. And you know why? Because she knows the lowdown. She knows that once I bleed you,
yep,
the only way to make all this stop is to kill you. And I'm betting she's not going to come.
Yeah. And then that makes Dawn feel a little some kind of way.
She's just like, Buffy. She's like crying into the vents like, Buffy.
At this point, I think even Glory's kind of been fed up. She's been tossing Dawn around.
She has.
A little bit physically.
Mm-hmm. It's an interesting thing because, you know, everyone keeps saying, Buffy's not going to save you because she's not really your sister. And it's only Buffy that's like,
she's my sister.
I am going to save her.
So everybody else seems to be pretty okay with.
She ain't real. She is not real. We didn't know her before, how many episodes?
Right, exactly.
24?
24 episodes ago, she was nothing to us. She was literally nothing.
Nothing. She was a blob of energy. We've been Me Too'd by these monks. We have been violated they stole nobody asked for my blood.
Right.
I don't even know when or where you got it. So Buffy's working off some anger in the training room and she's punching she's punching out her feelings.
So the plan now is to stall Glory.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Just long enough so she does not start the ritual. So if you don't start the ritual, then you don't have to finish it. So, because apparently there's just that one little window of time that she has to start it for all this to happen, which I didn't think was common knowledge to everyone.
Right.
What that time was.
Apparently everybody knows. There was facts.
Yeah.
I didn't get a copy. And Giles comes back while Buffy's working on her issues. And he's like, I bet you hate me quite a lot.
What I said.
And she's just like, huh? Oh, you think I hate you? No. Mm-mm. Nope. Not at all. He's like, I love Dawn, right?
But. However.
And Buffy makes it known no one is going to hurt Dawn.
If anybody tries to do anything, she'll kill them. For real.
And she means anyone.
She looks Giles dead in his eyeballs.
He's like, you mean me?
Anyone. Giles.
Oh.
Poor Hemplo.
Okay. I got impaled. Remember? I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm on a lot of drugs and I'm not thinking right. I'm not going to hurt Dawn. Who's going to?
Silly.
I'm not going to hurt Dawn.
Buffy's also kind of she's having a little existential crisis too. She's like, what does it all mean? This all kind of sucks, blah, blah, blah. If Dawn dies, I quit.
Yeah. Because she's like, I've saved the world.
Right.
Multiple times.
Many apocalypses?
Right. She's like, I killed Angel and I loved him so much. But if Dawn dies, we riot, is basically what she's saying.
Right.
She's done. If Dawn dies, that's it. It's over. She gives up. Which, really? Over Dawn? Really?
I mean, I can see if she just could be at the point of clearly we find out that she's just kind of at the point where she's done with it all anyway.
Yeah, she's tired.
Looking for any excuse to quit.
This is why Slayer needs a therapist. Now, if you said if Miss Kitty Fantastico dies and we ride that, I get.
I'm behind you,
right? I am charging into that battle for you. And then Buffy brings up that death is my gift. Mm-hmm. Here we come again with this death is my gift.
We're really just kind of baiting it with a hammer. Mm-hmm. Now we got it.
Death is your gift. I get it. I get it. We get it. And she's just so done with all of it.
Yep.
And she just walks out on Giles. And he's just like, so do I go home? Should I do anything? And the next we see Dawn, she's doing the sweetest. It's so pathetically cute. She's put on her little gown and she's folded all of her clothes up and she puts them on the chair very delicately and she slides her tennis shoes under. Why'd she have to change her shoes?
Probably the first time she folded her clothes in her life.
Ever. They gave her shoes too?
She was
barefoot.
Yeah.
So she like slides her shoes under the chair and they get real rough with her. It's like, now you're going to get rough with, like, just, come on now. And she looks up at that tower like, I'm not going up there.
You need to go up there.
I sure don't. Sure not going to do it. And they start the long walk up to the top of the tower, and they're just going to tie her there.
Dead man walking.
So we're back in the magic box again, and Xander and Onion have gone down into the basement to look for the Dagon sphere, I guess. And Giles is like, did you find it yet? No, they're down there.
No, because it's not in Anya's vagina.
Nope. It's not where it is. And they're kind of adorable in this scene. But this, Xander. Timing is everything, Xander. And this was not the time.
And why did he have the ring in his... Hey, it looks like the world's going to end. I guess it's a good time to max out my credit card, so I'm going to go buy a ring, an engagement ring, and ask Anya to marry me.
Yep.
And she's hip to him. She's like, wait a minute.
You're only doing this because we're going to die.
Because you don't have to go through with it.
Right.
If that happens, he's like, no, I'm doing it because blah, blah. She's like, okay, but give me the ring after.
When we don't die.
Right.
And it's not all a waste. There is a plucky little moment when he mentions rabbits, and she's like, why? Why would you do that? And then she gets scared because she comes across...
A rabbit.
A rabbit.
A stuffed rabbit.
A stuffed rabbit. And then she finds Robot Buffy.
Dun, dun, dun.
Which I guess nobody, they make a they like say something about Willow playing with it, and he's like, not for sex stuff.
He's like, I don't think. She's like, why didn't we just burn that thing? She's like, oh, Willow probably won. She's like, oh, I don't think she thinks of Buffy like that. She's like, because he's a science, because of the computer.
Right. And then there's a moment in the comics where Willow does think of Buffy like that for a hot minute, and I'm like, wait, what? Writers. No. So then you start to see, like, I'm starting to see a little plan come together. I'm like, Robot Buffy. Oh, we got around. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Which kind of should have been used for all along.
Why is it in the basement?
We knew it could fight.
Right. Giles. He's bitter. That's why it's in the basement.
No, we're not letting this up.
And Spike's not allowed to have his toy. If I were Spike, I'd be like, my toy was in the...
This whole time?
You guys hate me. You guys really hate me. Fine.
So I believe a plan has come together. We've got a Buffy bot, we've got a dragon spear, we've got a troll's hammer, and we've got the time and exact place of when the ritual is supposed to happen, so we know how to keep Glory away from it. How long to keep Glory away. And
we've got our key guy. We've got Willow, who Buffy tells is the strongest person there, and Willow's just like, what? Me? I'm not key guy. I don't want to be key guy.
She's like, nope.
No. I don't want to do it.
The truth is, yes. But she also kind of says the same thing to Spike. Like she's
running around it. Now, Xander, you know you're the strongest one we have, right?
She's like, tell Spike, I'm counting on you to protect Dawn.
I'm not even allowed in your house. A boatload of manly responsibility out of nowhere.
Exactly.
So Willow's like, yeah, I've been working on a couple of things to try and help, get Tara's mind back. And she's like, it could either work or it's going to make all of our heads explode. I don't know.
We will see.
We'll see. And Tara is, Willow goes over to Tara and she's just like, it's going to be okay. We're going to get you back. And Tara slaps the shit out of her.
And the poor Willow. The pout.
I'm supposed to be working on the factors. Bitch. She calls her a bitch. Yeah. Like, your mind's not right, but it's right enough to call her a bitch.
Wow. I'm going to remember that.
And so they come up, and I think, I'm not sure that we actually know that Anya and Xander have found the Buffy bot down there. It's just that they come back up very excited and they tell Giles, that they found something down there, and
Right.
Buffy's like, oh, this could be really pivotal.
Right.
And we're like, ooh, I wonder what it is.
Right.
And so Buffy's going to go home and change her clothes, apparently. And get some
fluff
stuff.
out her hair. Well, and straighten her hair.
Yeah,
And blow
hot iron.
blow
She
it
got
in.
some flat irons, and so she's like, "I'm gonna go upstairs and,
wear a
get
white
changed."
sweater.
Yes, and some bank pants, some bank manager pants. And she's like, "Spike, you get the weapons.
Right.
I'm gonna go change." And he's like, "Side note, still not allowed in your house because of that stalking thing.
Just hand the weapons over.
You just toss them."
And she invites him back in,
And I'm like, "Oh."
and then he's like, I know you never loved me.
I know you'll never love me.
And you don't treat me like you treat me like a man. Since when does she?
Since when? She treats you like shit.
Right.
She's never done anything nice to you. This isn't nice. This is convenient.
Right.
She needs your help.
She's not trying to carry all this shit out up and down the stairs.
She's not. This isn't a gesture on her part. This isn't. You're not getting back in. Slow your roll, Spike. And she's, putting too much on him. She tells him, "I'm counting on you to protect her."
I was just thought that I was gonna be good with like an axe or something.
Right.
That seems like an awful lot.
So I have to protect Dawn.
Why?
Okay. Which he gets all puffed up,
Yeah.
like, yes, she needs me.
Like, finally. Oh, yay.
And he has that little moment with her, and then he's like, "Go get your stuff. I'll be here. I'll be here crying," is what he's doing. And so she does. She goes and gets her stuff, and then poor Dawn is being tied to the top of the tower. And bumpy minions. This girl has had to deal with these bumpy minions all
They
day.
must stink. I feel like they probably stink.
They stink. They got her up there in her bare feet. She's probably going to need a tetanus shot.
Yeah, definitely.
It is not
Absolutely.
clean. And that minion is like, she'll come to you soon. How soon?
I'm just supposed to hang out up here, huh? And
With the loosest knot that I've ever seen.
I'm pretty sure she could have gotten herself out of that.
She didn't even try.
No, she didn't.
Like, at all. You could have fixed all of this, Dawn.
Like you could have gotten out of there a long
It's
time
real
ago.
loose. You could have just
Yeah.
shook it off, but you just stood there and waited for all this to
Like,
happen.
you weigh $105 soaking wet.
So then the master plan is, it is finally time. Dun, 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 it's time to fight Glory. And what are we going to do? We're going to let crazy-ass Tara lead the way.
Because Tara knows exactly where it's... because, yeah.
Right? Because all the crazies are drawn to the place where it's going to be.
Fine, but I think they waited to the last minute to realize that.
And Tara... I know I'm going to get flack for this, and I don't care. Your acting ability, madam, where she's just like, I have to go now. I'm going to... And she stops and says something real weird to Spike.
Right.
And then she just walks out, and they're like, all right, remember, don't follow her too closely. Just, if the shit starts, if anyone gets near Dawn, you're going to die. Yeah, we get it. Anyone gets near Dawn, we die. We get it. Let's go. And Spike and Giles have a nice little, that's a rousing speech moment,
It's like, we hate our boss kind
Right.
of joke.
We few, we happy few. And they kind of like have a little riff moment. It's cute. So then Tara's walking through town, picking at her. God, I hate her so much. I can't even. Picking at her
ripping off her
stupid cast. It's not how any of this works. It's not how cast works. I don't. And her pretending to be crazy, like her crazy acting, is just not good.
No,
it's not good.
It's not.
It's not good. So they're all following her. Spike's got a crossbow. And Willow says something about courage. And Spike pulls out his flask.
I got you. Don't worry.
Right. And Xander, of course, being Xander, sees that big tower and Spadoinkle is his...
What?
What does that even mean, Xander? What is Spadoinkle? That's your reaction? Weird. But I love that Spike offers her that flask. And she's like, no, I meant the real kind of courage. And he's like, suit yourself.
Oh, this is real. This is very real.
That's how I get my shit done.
I feel like they probably would have been better off just like demolishing. Like they could have probably knocked this tower down,
Right,
and gotten Dawn sooner.
So I'm pretty sure that they didn't give the government back that rocket launcher. I mean, if they did,
True.
You know, you could have just taken the tower out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, the people around the tower, like, they looked like construction workers, not just crazy people. So did she, like, who worked the spell on these construction workers?
I guess she got them too. She needed somebody who actually knew
She was
what
eating
they were
brains.
doing.
Maybe she was just eating brains all over this work site. So Tara wanders in and Glory's like, oh, fuck no. What are you doing here?
And ta-da, Willow's there.
She's with me.
And reverses.
Best moment.
Yes.
It came out and it was just, you're like, Willow's the best.
Exactly. So Willow
rules.
You know, she brings it back, brings Tara back. It stumbles Glory a little bit, that makes a hole, she says, in her brain, her soul, whatever.
Witch bitch.
Witch bitch. And so Glory kind of stumbles off, and
She comes across Buffy.
yep,
And Buffy's like, you know, just taunting her.
Yes.
Like, why don't you come and get it?
Glory's feeling a little off, a little woozy, a little weak, and then Buffy pulls out the dragon spear, like maybe it's this. Then she tosses it to her.
Yeah.
And Glory immediately crushes it.
Right? How about you just set it over here?
Right.
Beat her up.
Or maybe somebody should have just stuffed it down her throat.
Right. Or down her pants.
Right.
Anything. But she's, you know, she's like, I got this. And they fight a little.
Yes.
And then she knocks Buffy's head off. And for a minute, we're all like, did she just get... Wait, were there sparks coming out of her neck? Oh, I get it. I see what you did there.
And Glory's like, the Slayer's a robot?
Did everybody know that the Slayer was a robot? And then out comes regular Buffy in her bank manager clothes. She's like, you really are stupid. Oh.
Ow.
Hurt a little. Like, why is everybody hurting my feelings? So the minions have gathered all of the crazy people to block the stairs.
Yes,
and the one is like, this will be our day of glory. And the other one's like, I see what you did there.
Like, good one. It's like, it just felt right. It just came to me.
In all of this, like, all of this is happening, and they have that kind of comedy going on. It's great.
Right.
So then the Scoobies are all fighting. Buffy's fighting Glory. Anya has a bat, and she's knocking poor construction workers unconscious. Spike is tackling people. And Dawn's just like, hey.
I'm up here.
And then, of course, Buffy's like, ah! And she just takes off up the tower. She's so spry.
She is.
So what I love about this moment is all of these people are in front of the stairs. Minions, construction workers, and Spike is looking at the steps. And they've been fought back. They can't get up there. Buffy's off fighting Glory up and down the tower. Things are happening, but nobody can get to Dawn.
Right.
So Willow, spooky talking through people's brains now. Apparently she can teleport her fucking voice through people's heads now. Tells Spike that he needs to get up there because she can see someone up there with Dawn. It's not Glory and it's not Buffy, but somebody is up there with Dawn.
Right.
And he's like, well, we can't get to her. How are we going? And she's like, go now. And he's like, what? Okay. And he starts to run.
And she disperses. She moves the crowd.
She reaches behind her for Tara's hand.
Yes.
She grabs Tara's hand and they fly apart.
Yes.
And up he goes. And he gets up to the top, and who's up there?
Creepy bathrobe guy.
Creepy bathrobe guy. Because Xander didn't do his job.
But he's dressed for the occasion. He's wearing a suit now.
He's wearing a suit. He's got a big knife. And he's doing some shallow cuts on Dawn. Just shallow cuts. That's all you need, are just shallow cuts.
Weird.
And
Because he knows that Glory has now been detained, and apparently he's there to help out.
Yeah. And Dawn looks like, oh, seriously? Because he's like, remember me?
She's like, oh. She's like, at first she's hopeful, and then he's like, no, our glorificus one. She's like,
her eyes, like she rolls her eyes so hard. And then here's the moment where she gets Spike tossed off the tower.
right. So Spike rolls up there, and he's like, you know what, I can't let you do that.
Right.
And they fight, and I don't understand how Spike loses to this guy.
It's Dawn's fault because he's being all sneaky, and she's like, Spike! bitch. I could have come up from behind and just
Almost
killed him.
had it.
Right.
Had it.
So Joel Grey makes quick work of Spike, wraps him up, puts him in front of Dawn, and he's like, I will give the lady your regards, and throws him off the tower.
Oh.
And down he goes.
Yep.
And in the meantime, Buffy's fighting Glory, and she is digging in her ass with this hammer.
She's got the hammer on her, like, for real.
Uh-huh.
And Glory's down.
She's bleeding.
Yes.
And she
just keeps going at it.
Yep.
Go till you see the white meat.
Yep.
Keep hitting until you see until you see pulp.
And I think at one point she loses the hammer. Like, it gets knocked out of her hand for something. She's like, oh, you lost your hammer, sweet cheeks. What are you going to hit me with now?
Oh, yeah.
And that's when a wrecking ball comes through the wall, knocks her through a brick wall.
Yeah.
And it's Sander. The glorified bricklayer picks up a spare.
Why didn't we just knock the tower down?
Right.
This?
Just knock the tower down.
Sure.
Can't hurt.
Nope.
Dawn. We can't hurt Dawn.
Ugh, no way.
So then, after she gets knocked through, she gets the hammer back. She picks up the hammer again, and she is just bashing Glory in the face with this hammer.
Yes.
And Glory is just like, I don't understand why you won't let me win. Really?
I thought we've been through this.
What are you confused about?
Right.
I don't...
At what point did you think that I was going to be like, you're right, you have it?
Right. So she, like, retreats, and out pops Ben, who's just like, I guess you're stuck with me, baby.
How about I give. And Glory's like, give a message to your girl. It's like, she comes back again, I'm gonna fuck her up even worse, blah, blah, blah.
You ain't gonna see her ever again, trust me.
I promise. Buffy leaves to go get Dawn, and Giles rolls up.
Yep.
And he's like, and Ben's like, thinks he has an ally. He's like, whoa.
Yeah.
That was a close
Giles was
one.
like, are you all right? And he was like, I need a minute. I'll be all right.
You happen to have some water or something? I could really use, like, I'm a little parched. I get, like, something to wipe off all this blood. And he's like, oh, I thought I was a goner there for a second.
Right? And
Giles is like, no, Buffy could have done that. She's not a killer. She's not like us.
She's a hero. She's not like us.
Ben's like, you're right. Wait, huh?
Not like us?
Who's us? I don't know.
Ripper. Hello, Ripper. Why, hello.
Suffocates him.
Yep. Pinches his nose shut.
He didn't have to do much.
Cleaned his glasses first. And then suffocates Ben.
Cold-blooded.
Yep. Remember that baby Hitler question?
Yep.
This is why we said Giles says yes.
Yes.
And he kills him.
Giles for the win.
So then Buffy's up at the top of the tower, and Joel is like...
Blah, blah,
This is why I don't understand how Spike got beat so fast, because she didn't
even look at him.
No.
She just, like,
he was like,
walked past
haha, Slayer.
She just, boop, knocked him right off the tower.
Just pushed him. And he Wilhelm screamed. It was too much scream for... And then, of course, because just like the cops showing up too late in a movie, she finally gets up there and her stupid blood has dropped into the air.
Damn it, Dawn.
Like, can't you, like, kick your foot? Like, Dawn, cross your legs. Hold that blood in. And the shit gets real quick. And here's my question. This is why I think everyone in town has just decided to not deal with things. Because nobody mentions the fact that there were, like, dominatrix demons coming out of the hospital, which turned into some kind of demon prison.
That's right. I'm like, what?
Nope. Zillow.
You know what? Fuck
My
this
house
town.
is for sale.
Fuck this
You know
town.
what?
I don't need.
I don't even.
stuff.
Right.
That's fine.
Nope. Nope.
Move to Sunnydale. They said it'll be quiet.
Right.
They said.
Nope. Sunshine and lollipops. No. Death, destruction, and mayhem. That's what you find in Sunnydale. So then good on Dawn, because she looks around. She's like, well, shit. She knows what needs to be done.
Right.
And she attempts to jump into the portal herself.
Well, I guess I must. Bye.
Bye. I'm not real. I'm not real. Seriously, guys, I'm not real. Like,
Fine.
it's fine. I know what, until the blood starts and until the blood stops, I gotta go jump in this damn hole. You know what I have to do. And Buffy's like, no, you don't. You don't have to do that. And she starts telling her things, and they don't let us hear what she's telling her at first. So we just get back into this, because it's got to be the blood, and it's all about the blood, and the monks made her out of me.
We're Summer's blood. We're the same.
And death is your gift. And it, like, all clicks in Buffy's mind all at the same time. And she turns and she looks at the big old hole, and the sun is coming up. And that's when it clicks for Dawn. And she's like, what the no. You don't have to. No, it's supposed to be me, not you. Y'all both can jive.
Right. How
At
about
this
you both
point,
go?
you can both go. Because it's all the blood. It's all the same blood.
Just to be on the safe side, let's get you both in there. And she jumps.
And the varied reactions of what happens next is what always gets me.
Yeah.
Because she jumps with the world's largest wedgie, I might add. That's why you don't wear bank pants.
To a fight.
Because she got the biggest wedgie when she jumped in that hole. And it did not look comfortable. Like, this looks like it hurt quite a bit. And she is now dead. The energy has coursed through her veins, and she stopped moving, and I guess she lands down below. Probably not gently.
No, I'm assuming.
We don't see it,
No.
but I'm assuming it wasn't gentle.
No.
But then we get to see the reactions of each and every one of the Scoobies.
Right.
Seeing her dead body laying on the ground.
And I gotta say, the most heart-wrenching is Spike's.
It's so upsetting. He
is like crumbling.
They're all so different.
Yeah.
Like, Xander and Anya's probably the least upsetting because he's more worried about her. He's a little
carrying her out.
Yeah.
And Anya's more like, hey, what's happening? What's going on?
And he's like, oh shit, Buffy's dead. Giles just starts to cry. Willow starts to bawl, and Tara holds her up.
Right.
But it's Spike who, he crumbles, like you said. He just crumbles. And partly because he's getting hit with sunlight as it's coming in the building. So he, like, collapses down, and he's kind of shielding himself from the sunlight. But then he looks at her. And then the next thing you know, his head's in his hands, and he's just bawling.
Yeah.
And Dawn is coming down the steps. And we're hearing the speech that Buffy gave her about, the hardest thing in this world is to live in it. You have to be brave, and you have to take care of my friends, and you have to be strong, and you have to live for me. And it's like, what?
Which I think she kind of falls down on the job, too. Like,
right away.
Yeah, she didn't do any of that.
No, she's right away an asshole.
Right.
So then we see Buffy's tombstone, and it lists, I believe, her incorrect birth date.
Is it? I think that's what people were saying.
Yeah, that they, changed her, now she was born in 81, and it's like, I thought she was... Okay, whatever. And they put beloved sister, devoted friend. She saved the world a lot.
She's also a daughter.
Right?
Before and more than she was a sister.
Right? And where did they bury her? Who did that tombstone? Did they have, an NDA clause? Like, we need you to put that Buffy Summers died on here, but don't tell anybody. It's just a practical joke between us. It's just a really funny thing. We just wanted this tombstone for no reason at all.
Exactly.
And then they got her a casket, too. We just need this. So, okay, we've got this really elaborate joke. We got this tombstone. It's going to be really funny.
So they could cut, but seriously.
And
don't tell anybody.
When you watch they embalmed her. She was they gave her a real, did Giles do all of this with a notebook? Okay, if you stick the needle under the skin in her, yeah, just like that. Okay. And they put her in the ugliest dress. I don't even think that Buffy owned the dress that they buried her in.
Whose dress that was.
She'd be so upset. So at this point, all we know is that the show is over, and that's the end of Buffy. As far as we knew at the time, I believe. That was it. Is it coming back? If not, then this is an okay way to end the show. I would have been okay with it. It would have been fine.
Would have been cool. But instead, they did something fancy and was like, okay, they did the Hitchcock and killed off his main character. And we bring her back.
And we had that She Lives ad campaign with her hand coming out of the ground.
Everyone's like, ah!
She lives! She lives! Our obsession can go on! And then we get season 6, and it's
It's a good one.
It's a good one. If you like Spike.
Right, yeah.
If you like Tara, not so much. Sorry. If you like a lot of characters, not so much.
Yeah.
If you like Giles, not so much. But if you like Spike and you like a naked Spike, this is the season for you.
Yeah, buddy. We're going to get into that. We're going to get all up in there.
I don't think we have any music in this episode.
Nope. I would say the only one that I kind of got was in Glory, while Buffy's beating up Glory, she's like, "You're just immortal. You can't understand my pain." And Buffy's like, "Then I'll just have to settle for causing it." Mm-hmm. Mic drop.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Bechtel probably, maybe. Talking about Glory.
Yeah. Talking about Glory, talking about Dawn, talking about, yeah, Glory and Dawn. So, yeah. And Tara, too. So, yep. And Bodies drop, what was it? It's Glory, Ben, and Buffy.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The ultimate.
And probably some minions and some construction
patients.
wars and mental patients. Uh-huh.
But I guess, man, I mean, that is
season 5.
Yeah, we did it.
We did it. I like The Gift. I think it's a good episode. I think it would have been a satisfying conclusion to the show. Mm-hmm. It's a good Joss Whedon episode.
It is. It is really good. So, yeah, let us know what you think of it. What are your thoughts of The Gift or just all of season 5? Mm-hmm. You can leave us you can record an MP3 file less than 2 minutes and email it to revisitingsunnydale@gmail.com, or you can just email us your comments or talk to us on Facebook, as we said before, Revisiting Sunnydale. Yeah, so next week's episode, I don't know.
Bargaining part 1.
Or do we usually do a
wrap up.
Yeah.
We could do a wrap up.
So, yeah.
I'd be interested to see where, because
we have to
my feeling is this season is just kind of meh. Like, it falls like right in the middle when I rank the seasons. Right. It's just dead middle for me.
All right, so next episode is the season 5 wrap up, where we'll discuss the whole arc of season 5, as well as rank our episodes.
Best moments, worst moments.
Yeah. But
we need you guys to help us out.
Right. We want to hear from you, and we want to know what your thoughts are also on season 5, and what your favorite episodes are, your favorite moments, or the stuff that you hated. The 90s wardrobe that just comes screaming at you.
Because you did tell everyone this was our 100th episode, and you asked for some.
I know.
For some things, and I don't think we got anything.
Got nothing.
Nobody.
None of the things.
No love.
Thanks, guys. But no, seriously though, thanks for listening. When you do, we would really love some more interaction. It would be great. But we do appreciate y'all listening and downloading. And the few of you that do interact, you guys are top notch. Mm-hmm. You guys are the cat's pajamas. So thank you so much.
Extra treats in your stockings this year.
So
the rest of you get coal.
All right. So until next week, you can follow me, Camila, on Twitter at @the_RuggedAngel.
Or be Marcel at MSphere7338.
All right. Thanks again for listening. Thanks for sticking with us through the thick and the thin. And thanks for being awesome.
And happy 2020, everyone.
Yay.